New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
We invite you to join our prayer broadcast every day at 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Send us your prayer requests or schedule a private prayer session by emailing prayer@ntmedia.org. And now, it's time to pray together.
And hello again, dear ones. Dr. Robert with you here on a Wednesday evening. It's 8:15 on the Mountain Time Zone, and that means it is time for our evening prayers. Happens every day at this time. So grateful that you're with us. Big thank you to everyone on our prayer team. And wow, it happens anytime we get big fires. And we're barely a week into 2025, and LA is, and the surrounding areas, and there's a lot of devastating fire that's happening. A lot of people losing their homes, losing their businesses. And this is not an isolated incident. We pray on this issue far too often. Lahaina, in Maui, and all up and down the West Coast. If you live anywhere in the Western U.S., it's a major, everyday type concern. The type of stress and the type of anxiety that we're living with on this half of the country. So I've been in prayer all afternoon, all day. And I, much like many of us, I imagine, I heard there were some fires and I didn't stop to pray immediately on the first time I heard it. Once it became big news, then I stopped. But I imagine there's still countless others out there that haven't. And if you haven't, or you haven't had time, and I understand that. And it takes nothing more than a moment or two to come to the recognition of the oneness. If you're watching this, you've been doing this long enough, you know. It takes nothing but a moment to come to the recognition of the oneness that's operating through all of life and to affirm something good. We don't have to go into a big, huge prayer. I mean, I'm going to here in a moment because that's what this program's all about. But if the news reaches your ear, if the news reaches my ear, I think it's important that I take at least a moment to stop and pray. And I trust you be part of that. Trust you would take a moment to stop and pray. It's interesting. I was in a conversation today with a number of different ministers, and it came forward that people just want to know there's a place where that somebody's praying on these things. It's like, hello, we're right here, New Thought Media Network, twice a day, every day. We're right here every day praying. Praying with you, praying for you. And there's a few ways you can engage with prayer here with us at NT Media and New Thought Media. Please use that email that's going across the bottom of your screen. Drop us an email. Any request, any celebration, drop us an email. That goes out to the whole team. You're welcome to use that email as well to communicate with someone on the team if you'd like to receive some prayer on a specific need or desire or cause or celebration or concern, and you'd like to work with one of our prayer partners privately and one-on-one, that can be arranged. Just send us an email, prayer@ntmedia.org. And of course, if you'd like to drop a request in the comment box of this program, you're welcome to do that as well. Whether you're watching live or in another time, we'll get the message and we'll make sure it gets to the right ears for some prayer. If you're with me tonight, I want to prayers for LA. Prayers for LA. Prayers for all those that are being affected by these worldly disasters and these worldly events. And let's not call them disasters. Let's just call them natural events of great importance, great impact. So I invite you to turn within. Turn within to that place of recognizing that there truly is only one power, one presence, one infinite intelligence that is moving and breathing and having its being as all of life. That one self-existing cause that is right now expressing itself in amazing ways, miraculous ways, sometimes weird ways, sometimes ways I don't understand, sometimes in ways I'd rather never see. Like the fires raging across Southern California. And yet at the end of the day, in the middle of the day, at the beginning of the day, whenever I take the time to step away from the hustle and the bustle from the day, I am reminded that it is all one, that somehow I am connected to everyone that is in any way affected by these fires. And that in some way, every one of them has been a friend, a relative, across the lifetimes, across the boundlessness of space, across the ever expressive of the one. I have been everything and nothing with each of the individuals, everyone that's been touched or affected by this experience, this expression of nature run amok perhaps, and nature nonetheless. When a low pressure and a high pressure bump into each other, they create some pressure waves of winds that can take even the smallest spark and turn it into a great blaze. So in that same way that those air masses move about that create storms and bring rains and keep the rains away, and the oneness that the system that is the planetary weather system creates these events. So we can be in a place of fighting against that and screaming and yelling and oh woe is me and oh why me. We can be in a place of recognizing that this is what's happening, and so we're going to go with it. I'm going to get out of the way of any danger as best as I possibly can. I'm going to mourn those that have lost. I'm going to support those that have lost, and I am going to mourn those that may have gone to another dimension, and yet I am going to recognize that this is all bringing forth something. May not like it, may not understand it, but a rebirth is upon us. Not a time for celebration. It's a time to recognize that the pain of the moment leads to the rebirth, leads to something new, leads to a new perspective. And I lift up for everyone that may be anywhere near any of these fires. I claim for each of those dear souls an experience of safe passage out of the way of the harm, safe passage to those places of refuge and those places where they can be safe. I pray that each and every one in any path of any evacuation route moves easily and freely and flows out into the spaces where there is no danger, where there is safety, where they may rebuild and where they may start again to the next version, or perhaps return back to their home. No matter what it is, returning to a home that's burned and smells of smoke, or returning to a home that's no longer there, returning to a space that is no longer what it used to be, opens the opportunities to become something new, to live our lives differently. And it need not be a natural experience, and it may not be an event of great impact. It may just be a sense of awakening that too could be me. Any city USA, any mountain town USA, that too is me. That too is God facing those traumas, facing those horrors, battling those flames. That too is God. That too is me. That too is you. And so my heart goes out. Not just my prayers, but my heart, my energetic vibration, the affirmation that all life is sacred and all life is right now being protected and all life is being moved into a place of where it is safe from that harm. And the houses and the possessions and the cars and the buildings and all that. Well, that's not life. That's just stuff. All shall be replaced, renewed, rebuilt, recreated, reimagined. It is the life that is sacred. So it is the life that we cast up a prayer of protection. It is for life, human life, animal life, creepy crawly creatures, furry creatures, winged creatures, scaly creatures, even scary creatures. We cast a vibration of safe passage and safe and safety and absolute safety for all of life. Whether they be in the face of a fire or a flood, whether they be huddled under a rock awaiting a bombing or an attack, no matter where, no matter what, lift up a vibration of safety, of safe passage and refuge. Safe passage and refuge. That is the vibration I am lifting this day. Knowing that each one that may hear these words is in alignment with this truth, knowing we are lifting this truth up into a vibration that heals and a vibration that moves forward and makes the way known. And therefore I can watch the news differently. I can hear the stories differently. And I know life is good. And so with a great, great sense of thanksgiving for the revelation of truth that has occurred here this evening, I release this word into the law, into that ever-creative law of life, that is making its way known, that is making itself shown, that is taking form as life. I release the word into that creative law and let it be. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you, dear ones. Thank you for being with me here this evening on the New Thought Media Network. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more, including all of our normal programming. I want to thank you for being here. I want to invite you to be in that place of prayer this evening for what's happening, well, all across the planet. May we heal this shifting climate and this changing climate. I'm Dr. Robert. I'm out of here for now. Till next time, I wish you peace and richest blessings.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network, come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings. On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then.